If there is any win that we can take here is the fact that this highlights your taste for violence. You don't want social justice. You don't want police brutality to be solved. You don't want prison reform. You just want to wreck other people's stuff and not get in trouble for it.
We've got to cut through the noise.
This is it's hard to process some of these things, the idiocy involved, but we're going to try to. This is Eldon Hawkins, a 58, looks good for 58. 58-year-old man out of Columbus, Ohio, was driving his vehicle. He was going to dinner, and I believe picking up some flowers, a bouquet maybe for a significant other, maybe, or maybe for himself. Hey, treat yourself, man. When he ran into some protesters, they ended up blocking him in and created a whole mess. We're going to get into it. He also has a disability, and that shouldn't make too much of a difference, but it just makes it a little bit worse. This is so ridiculous. Before we get into this, make sure you subscribe, hit all notifications so you don't miss next time that we upload here at The Noise. Let's watch what happened first. We'll gather the details, gather the facts, and then we'll talk about how stupid it is. Here we go.
Eldon Hawkins has a warm smile, a sense of humor, and cerebral palsy.
I was at the intersection and I got the green light and I'm trying to toot my horn to say, hey guys, look at the light.
It was Sunday, May 31st. Hawkins drove to get some dinner and flowers while he drove back through Broad and High, unknowingly into a group of protesters.
Next thing I knew, they threw a bicycle into my windshield and started kicking all over my car.
Columbus police are asking for more help in identifying who is responsible for the damages and stealing things out of Hawkins' car.
I think it's a horrible shame. People, while joking to protest, and we all have that right, there is a right and a wrong way to do it.
That's exactly right. There's a right way to protest, and then there's the wrong way to protest. And some would argue, and I think I'm in the same boat, if you are causing violence, if you are trespassing on other people's property, if you are destroying other people's property and these people have nothing to do with what you're protesting, I would argue that you're not protesting anymore. Made this argument when we saw the couple from St. Louis whipping out the big guns in response to people breaking down their gate, breaking it down, destroying it. If you haven't seen a picture, look it up. Destroyed this gate to a gated community, walked into the gated community and demanded that these are our streets now. No, those are not your streets. You're not protesting anymore. You're actually breaking the law. So what are the details here? This was the original organization that interviewed him, so I assume that they would have the most accurate story. The title is Disabled Man's Car Damaged in Columbus Protests, Police Trying to Identify Suspects. A man with a disability was trying to get home the first weekend of protests and drove through Broad and High streets. He was surrounded and his car was destroyed. It scared the life out of me. We heard him say this. On Sunday, May 31st, Hawkins drove to get dinner and flowers and unknowingly drove right into the group of protesters. And there's a video that we can watch and see the incident that happened. He ends up I think he got a little flustered for a moment, and he ends up backing his car up. And he strikes the bicycle of a man, and that's what kind of sets this whole thing off. So let's do this. We're gonna watch the video, and then we are going to and it's a language warning, by the way. We're gonna watch the raw footage of what actually happened, and then we'll discuss it. Probably along the way, I'll pause it a little bit. Here we go. So there he is in his car. Hits a bicycle. And I would like to say, first and foremost, we can immediately know what is motivating these people who are on the street protesting, blocking the road. If you don't want to get hit by a car, if you don't want your bicycle to get struck by a car on accident or on purpose, hey, don't block the road. The road is for cars. You're not in Europe. The bicycle does not have the same rights as on the streets, or as the cars do on the streets. So don't stand in the middle of the road if you don't want to get hit by a car, even if it's on accident. You saw how sweet that guy was. Can we just appreciate the fact that he said tooting his horn? That was a great moment. Let's bring back the word toot. But anyways, we can see what the motivation is here immediately, because the person gets hit, or his bicycle gets struck at least. And what's the immediate response? The immediate response is not, oh, whoa, hey man, are you okay? Help him off the ground? Move his bicycle out of the way? No, it's immediately start smashing windows. You don't even care about the dude. You don't even care about the guy that got hit. And by the way, if you're wondering, he's completely fine, because almost immediately he starts... Where is it? He starts throwing things too. Maybe he's a little justified because he almost got ran over, but still. Car gets hit. Okay, that's the guy that got hit right there. He didn't actually immediately jump in, but people started... Oh, there you get... Yep, all right. I tried to give him a little hope, but he started hitting the car anyways. Let's continue to watch here. Opening the trunk, taking stuff out of the trunk. Yeah, he doesn't deserve groceries. And to the credit of some of these people here, they're protecting him, telling people to stop. See, he gets out right there. He's out of the car. Let's also take notice of the condition of his car in this moment. Notice there's nothing on the hood right now. I'm guessing by this moment they've noticed that it's probably on accident. There's nothing on the hood. Look at that. That's important. Guy had a stroke. They've noticed he has some type of disability. Get off the street. That's the wisest thing I've ever heard said at a protest. That's usually a good idea. Alright, we already saw that. What I'd also like to point out is this photo that was taken after the fact. Notice anything different? So we did see that gentleman at the end of the video. He is driving the car away, right? This man right here. Oh, I didn't pull it up here. So this guy's driving the car away at the end of the video. Probably just moved it out of the way. And someone also took the time, even after discovering that this man was disabled, he didn't mean to cause an accident. Nobody was hurt, by the way. Could have been very different. This man could have been killed before they even realized that he had a disability. Before they even saw that blue card hanging from his windshield. They could have killed him. Look at those dents on the windshield. But even after the fact, someone still took the time to, you know, we gotta put a BLM tag on the front. Because we want people to know that we did this. This is what happens if you mess with us. We don't care if you're handicapped. We're gonna break your windshield. Unreal. I mean, how ridiculous. Let's get a few more details. We already read most of this. Video shows the bicyclist, who didn't fall to the ground, quickly began beating on Hawkins' car. Yeah, I tried to hold out a little hope for the guy, but no, he joined in. And a bunch of other left-wing George Floyd protesters followed suit and swarmed the vehicle. I can't confirm if that's what they were protesting for, but there's a good chance. They threw a bicycle on my windshield. We heard him talk about that. The video shows rioting protesters jumping on his red Buick, throwing objects at it and smashing out its windows. At one point, the trunk popped open and protesters grabbed and tossed its contents. Yeah, because that's going to solve your problems, huh? Look at this. Over $8,100 worth of damage to his vehicle. My guess on how much damage to the bicycle? Probably not as much. What I like about this, if there's anything to like here, is the fact that it highlights the protests. At least some of the protesters there, they don't care about anything about the protest. They don't care about social justice. They don't care about any of these issues that people are protesting about. They care about hurting other people's stuff, wrecking other people's cars. They're looking for anything to scratch that itch and just go haywire. And it's not okay. It's not all right. Easily could have killed this man, and it would have been an entirely different situation. But the police are looking for those who were involved. If you have any information, please do forward it to the Columbus Police Department. I will see you next time. One of the things you can do to make yourself more happy right now, this has been proven, if you hit that little subscribe button. Once you tap on the little bell, hit notifications, hit all of them, a box of puppies will show up at your front door. I'm not sure how it happens. I think Amazon's involved somehow. Not a sponsor. But go ahead and try it out.